What's up, internet? Good morning. So, yeah, I slept pretty good in my new bed. Man, I read this thing. It was like, I actually Googled it. I was like, how long does it take for a guy's balls to fill up? And it's like 1 to 2 days. You make like 1,000 sperm a second. And I'm like, because I'm circumcised, I'm like, they really wanted me to not masturbate at all. I just listened to what I wanted, and I always did it daily. It was like something I did in the shower and just washed it down, you know. They say if you wait longer than 2 days, then, well, it's Google. Google could be lying. But they say if you wait longer than 2 days, then your swimmers decrease. It's like, no reason. It could be manipulation because if you masturbate all the time, then you don't develop that, like, energy attractiveness for, like, I don't know. To me, masturbating made you sexier because if a girl senses that you recently let go, she's like, he's like active, right? But yeah, I know sex is about making babies. You know, it's like if you do actually reproduce, you have to take care of them. You have to like do a good job doing that. You can't just like fire and forget. I guess some people do. Yeah, I hate women that support that. They like get a visit from the milkman and then they're like, "Oh well, why does this one kid look radically different than your other kids?" "Oh, my grandpa had a, bullshit." She's just loose with it. Yeah, girls are funny. They'll say no to a guy and then let in a total thug, like absolute criminal, and like fuck him, and then like a nice guy, she's gonna be like, no. Right. Well, it used to be that you beat women, right? Women were like cattle. You like grabbed them and forced them to do this. And I know they actually like that. That turns them on. That if you're like too much like, what do you want to do? That it's like a huge turnoff, actually. So I know there's a big social movement to change that. To like, but yeah, more and more it looks like women are like a war conquest, or like a war trophy, right? It's like you you think the girls getting raped by invaders didn't like it? They're probably like, thank God that loser man is gone and a real man is here. I know it's fucked up, but that's just how evolutionary breeding works. So, yeah, philosophically at my core, I'm an antinatalist. I don't have kids because I don't think life is worth it. It's really it. Because I was like, I don't feel like doing this to anybody. I don't feel like putting anyone through this. So, it's a hardcore philosophy, but it's not quite nihilism. Nihilism says nothing matters, annihilation. So, um, it says a good life would be awesome. That's pretty much antinatalism, is that a life that's worth living would be amazing. But, and then I guess like my dad's philosophy would be like reproduce sparingly, have a few kids and take care of them and let them know the hard truths. My dad was a mean guy, but he did it on like the basis of the hard truths of reality. Um, there was not a lot of cuddling or affection or really any, between my father and I, even when I was like young. Bible says get him circumcised and beat him, and that's what I got. I do blame the government. The people behind God are the real government. The government you see is like an administrator who's totally a puppet. But the real government are like people who like virgin girls and drugs. They want to get high, have the best bodies, and fuck all the time. And they don't want their slaves to have anything because it pisses them off. So, yeah. It's because of that relationship. It's like, am I anti-natalist totally? No, I'm sure there's plenty of like societal situations that are like beneficial to all. But you could have a kid and they'd have a genuine nice life and nice destiny. But if you're like a slaughter cow in a cage, right? You're a slave, you suffer. It's not worth it to have kids, even if the government collapses, especially if the government collapses. It's not worth it to have kids. So, the government being the pedo cave, the real government, the parasite, you know. Yeah, just like humans farm those cows, you're led into classrooms and taught obedience and led into church and showed the crucified guy who was circumcised. And you celebrate the new year on January 1st. I've tried telling the bloodstained men this, the anti-circumcision group. I think they're AI because like I've tried telling them this and they're just like, they don't hear it. They're like immune to hearing it. Everybody on the internet is immune to hearing about the secret government. It's like you tell them in the next moment nothing happened. And I'm like, that's suspicious. You can't acknowledge it. You can't ask a question. Just like go saying the thing you said before. Nobody but America circumcises. Actually, the King of England and his sons are circumcised. Circumcision is common globally. Only America does this. And I'm like, you don't hear me? It's a fact the King of England is circumcised. He's a dog. You think that guy gets a lot of pussy? Hell no. Yeah, opposite. So, yeah, they like you ugly too because then you're not more attractive than them and their wives, which is really like the comfort, right? They don't want to see really hot guys and really hot women walking around because they'll feel challenged. They'll feel threatened. So they are the best looking and they have the best girls. And then that's when they're happy. And you can have shit. You can have an extra job. So, yeah, I totally believe in like people populating the universe in a way that's enjoyable for them. But the human existence is still not good, you know. When I hear a baby crying in public, I believe them. I believe them. I 1000% think this is hell and you're having a horrible experience realizing who you are, right? That you, babies don't look with like fondness and love at everything around them. He's probably circumcised. His parents are ugly. He's screaming because this is a nightmare, right? These ugly people, man. They cannot, they can't stop being fucking ugly as fuck. The government likes it. They don't want to see anyone hotter than them. You're told that, like, modest, humble appearance pleases the Lord. Yeah, literally. You better not be better looking than them or their wives. Yeah, that religion stuff is straight manipulation. It is. It's like tactical lying in a structure, right? They know what it will do. Pretty fucked up. Oh yeah, I hate dogs. I hate dogs because you don't pick up their goddamn poo. It's not terrible at this campsite, but there were a couple spots and I buried them where there's like just like a dog poop on the surface, and I'm like, fuck you, dude. Hey Moopsie, go ahead and run around. It's fine. We'll just leave all this when we go. My comfort dog licks me and then it just like barks at anything else. And then I just let it poop wherever. And I'm like, I fucking hate you. Dirtying up my campsite with your filth. I clean up my trash. Yeah, it sucks. Life does suck. The good parts are overweighed by the bad. It'd be like, you have a precious treasure, but everything can hurt it, and that's going to be devastating. And it's like, oh, okay. I'm not up for the challenge. I don't know what the creator had in mind. Probably nothing. This is probably like he wanted an explosion, and a long time has passed and he hasn't looked at it, and we've like come up naturally. He looks at us like, what the fuck is going on? Or never knows we exist at all. So it's just like, yeah. The Heavenly Father says, I never knew you. That's just a manipulation to arm twist a slave. You know, the Bible comes out of a printer. So if God made everything and God can speak, the Bible is founded on the idea that God communicates directly. Right? And if both those things are true, then why does the Bible come out of a printer, and why do you have to talk for God? It's nonsense. But the world power has decided we should take it seriously. And so everywhere are people singing the praises of Jesus. This is what I found, especially when I was a kid, is that nobody believed the Bible. Nobody believed the goddamn Bible. Nobody believed it. They knew it was fake. So if everybody in person knows it's fake, why is everybody online like, oh yeah, totally, this is the fucking great stuff? Because atheism will lead you into trance. You may think that atheism is free of the government influence, but it's not. They're absolutely like, that transhumanism thing is like really dangerous. It's like a trap, right? It's like, oh, you don't like this flavor of bullshit? Well, we're going to set up the opposite of that flavor of bullshit, and it's going to be the same trick in a different costume. And it's like, holy crap. Holy crap. You hear people say that? I hate hearing, oh my God, when anything's happening. Like, oh my God. Not your God. You're fucking stupid. Yeah, antinatalism too, on just like why fund the chicken and beef industry. I do think nature's trash. Like, there's a lot of people who are very pro conservationists, and I'm like, it's nice for me, but listen, I'm the only person in any of these areas for weeks and weeks and weeks. There's like nobody ever comes up here. You know, that poo I found was probably, it was like pure white. It was like, oh, that's probably like a year or so or more old. Yeah, it actually preserves it longer if you put it on the surface. You have to bury it and then it decomposes because of the mycelium. Yeah, people are like that. I catch them all the time, like walking their dog to shit somewhere, and then they like just leave it. I'm like, that's why I hate dogs. That's why I hate dogs, is because you don't fucking pick up after them. It's like, yeah, living in the like freezing cold and living in like the super hot desert are uncomfortable, but at least like all the fucking animals are gone. The bugs can't make it. The fucking critters can't get you. So, yeah, there's definitely appeal in living in an inhospitable place because nobody can visit you. Yeah. Immune systems so aggressive they can attack the host just to survive the parasites of the environment. Yeah. Life is not good. I kind of like, it does like, I know that I have respect for human society made human society. You know, I'm standing on the shoulders of billions, right? Is our ancestors and our contemporaries. You know, the reason I have gasoline is thousands of people showed up to work today. The reason I have like tissues, every product I have has somebody behind it doing it. So, you know, I respect that. I just don't believe that it'd be like, yeah, the purpose of life is to teach you to work together. It doesn't feel very fulfilling. It feels like a lot of unnecessary pain. Pain is the truth. Oh, Chef got a uni last night. That was cool. I had just mentioned with somebody, I was like, hey, you ever see like QI or 8 out of 10 cats? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, great, that stuff is pretty funny. Because he did live in Ireland, he said, till he was 14. So he would know that stuff. And he could be not Irish. He could just be faking it. See if we can detect it. He might be even circumcised. I don't know. I heard another Irish accent, and it's like thick. It's thick. So I kind of hear him when he's like, it's faded. It's a faded Irish accent. He's Irish, but he's always listening to Americans. So, but yeah, we were just talking about how funny he was, and the very next moment, someone's like, yeah, here's a universe. Here's a uni. So that's like $200 for Chef. I only gave him a $5 tip, and he's like, for that huge tip, dude. I mean, I make about, I'd have to calculate it. I'm guessing I make anywhere between like $125 a day and $150 a day. This is as like my life's work, right? So it's enough. Is it enough for a house? No. Is it enough for an apartment? Barely. Is it enough to live in my fucking van? Yeah. I've got some spending money living in my van. I can go to the grocery store and order myself a new headscarf. These sunglasses are years old, you know. These beads were a major investment, but I use them every day. You know what I'm saying? So. I'm lucky I didn't go bald at all. Did pretty good. This has been like this since high school. This like corner right there. Yeah, I've had that for 20 years, hasn't moved. So. Yeah, I support people who live forever for free. Eternal super bodies. Anyway. What's good about my life? I got some new drink. I got some of this with magnesium. Oh man, I've suffered from not enough like nutrients before. I can't imagine how much hell it had to have been. Like before us, the multiple diseases, the actual real like lack of nutrition. Man, that must have been tough. That must have been tough. Yeah, it's really funny. They're like, circumcision's like, yeah, hey, don't masturbate. And then it's like, yeah, your balls fill up within 2 days. And I'm like, oh. So, don't masturbate means, fuck you. Right? Because that's something they would do. Men wrote the Bible. Men put what was in the Bible, and they just put like their sweetheart clauses, like, oh yeah, you have to get your kids circumcised. Yeah, people were talking about it when I was a kid, secret societies, but it's really true. Like a secret society is like a coalition or a network for a purpose that don't like share what they do with others. Billionaires, pedophiles, obviously like drug networks. But yeah, secret government too. The real government's a secret society. It's like people who use the rest of us for their benefit. Everything's set up to benefit them. And the reason it goes on is most people are too dumb to question it. They have trouble admitting they've been fooled. People do. If people are wrong and a fool, they have a lot of trouble. They will dig it deeper before they admit that it's happened. So, yeah, the people who left their fucking dog poop here fucking left all this like astroturf too. They put down all this astroturf. There's like this like huge like square of astroturf, and I'm like, yeah, I need some grass. You went to the forest and brought artificial grass, and then just let your dog fucking shit outside. It's not too bad. There's only like a couple spots I've seen. I've walked around quite a bit, but it's like fucking nasty. It's like, how dare you, you fucking bastard. I'm just gonna abandon my astroturf on the ground. Yeah, fuck you, bro. That's a special person. That's a special person. You went to the forest and you brought astroturf? How fucking crazy are you? Yeah, I hate people. I do hate people. Just like dumb shit. Like, god damn it. As much as I hate circumcision in the Bible, I understand like how frustrating it must be to like watch society like boom in population because they can't stop fucking, and then cause wars because everyone's hungry, and it's like, fuck you. You can get circumcised and get a job, and if you're a good boy, the priest will get you married to your one wife. You know, it's like, from my perspective, it's incredibly unfair. From like management, that has to be like a really good play. It has to be like just what had to happen. Again, why I spend most of my time just blaming the creator. You know, it's like, I don't exist for my pleasure. I do not exist for my pleasure. I exist for the pleasure of my parents, which they don't get any now. And I exist for the pleasure of the government, who needs someone to do all the fucking work because they're not going to. And that's just kind of like, and that goes down to this idea that the government had wants and needs, and there was no entity here to fulfill them. And it's like, well, you can do it yourself, or you can make these people your slaves and make them do it. And B was a totally valid option, it turns out. B was 100% supported, just like the tigers eat. You think all these predators exist because God's getting around to stopping it. No, he likes it. He's like, yeah, there's a monster and y'all are going to suffer. And it's like, that's why it's like, I don't believe in hell, but I think it could be likely, right? Hey, believe this one absurd nonsense, and if you don't, I'll punish you forever. It matches all the other problems. That would be the problem on top of all of it. I would rather live and die complaining about it than being quiet and doing my best. For real. As a tactical application, that just sucking it up and liking it anyway is actually a form of cowardice, and I'd be better off openly hating it because it's more honest, right? Yeah, these people go like, tell the truth, and what they mean is like, confess to the reality of Christ. I'm like, whoa, you need to do blood magic, because blood magic is extremely powerful, but it's like, you'll get what you want, but it's like you're selling your soul for doing that. And so it's like, Christianity has the blood sacrifice of Jesus. Christianity has the blood above the door. It's like there's power in the blood. They know. The people who wrote the book for you know blood sacrifice, right? They call it sacrifice. It's really like you murder for power, right? The Jews or whoever will tell you that when you sacrifice an animal, you've done a sacrifice, and that's not true. You've killed something. That animal is not a sacrifice. That animal is a victim. Right? You sacrificed nothing but your IQ. And so that type of like idea with like blood sacrifice is, I'm going to spill the blood of something to get something, is actually a lot deeper than nothing. It's as deep as saying that's what's really going on. That the people who run the world do that for their own like power and pleasure. I don't know what to do, man, beyond telling y'all, warning y'all. Certainly takes the steam out of my desires. Like, what I wanted for my life and my dreams, they don't matter at all now. My dreams don't matter in the least. How could I possibly have anything I want given who I'm living on the planet with? It's gotta be a problem. Yeah, don't trust the karma of the creator. The predators have to eat other animals. If he cared about right or wrong, he'd get rid of all those predators and prey. If he cared about fulfilling your dreams would appear by magic. Right? Everything you have came from a person working. There's no fulfillment of dreams there. Yeah. The nice thing about death is finally it'll be over. Leave it to life to be so shitty that death seems like a good thing. Oh, they won't show their slaves this. They don't want anybody to know. That song, right? Talk about how much manipulation this is. Life isn't fair. Kill yourself or get over it. Doesn't say at all, kill the people who stole your stuff. Because they're manipulating you through the music. Right? It's like, yeah, it's so much manipulation. Like the ability of the ruling class to place imagery and sounds in front of you as though it's popular is 1000% the most common lie on earth, right? And it gets so many people fooled. So many people will just go with it, which maybe you could say, fuck them, too dumb to know. Okay. Yeah. You should try editing a web form. You can go when you see like likes, views, and comments. You can open it in the viewer, and you can just change the values. And right there on the web form, be like, "Wow, I've got 500,000 likes." It doesn't last because you're not the server projecting it, but you can do that, and they can do that too. They can absolutely 1000% just make it look like however they want. And it used to be trickier because like bots were bad at writing comments, but now bots are good at writing comments. So it's like, oh yeah, heart face, heart emoji, really feeling that one. And it's like just fucking lie o'clock. Yeah, it's the reason I say I used to be a pickup artist is because I went out every day and I talked to girls and I tried to get numbers and I had cool experiences and all this stuff. And I stopped saying I'm one because I don't do it anymore. And I certainly don't believe in it anymore. It's like that stuff is about babies and who am I? What am I really offering them? Hey, you want to be with a beta slave of the government? I transitioned totally to fuck the government. I don't even think about like girls or like pickup anymore at all because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's fucking useless. It's like I would rather stop the people partying on my life. You know, they say like don't be jealous, right? Don't be jealous, don't be jealous, right? But if they stole your shit, if they're a thief who raided your crib, and if they ruined your economy and ruined your looks, if they actually robbed you, then it's not jealousy, then it's righteous anger, right? Jealous would be like somebody had nothing to do with that, they're just a great person on their own, or envy, whatever it is. Then yeah, that would be envy or jealousy. It's like they had nothing to do with your situation and you're angry because they have it better. That'd be jealousy and envy, yeah. But if they actually did impact your situation, they designed your situation, they hurt you on purpose and stole your shit, then that's not jealousy or envy. That's actually righteous hatred. You have a right to stop them, you know? And if they concoct the rules, if by following the rules you can never do it, then you have to break the rules. It's just required. Anyway, that's enough talk today. Yeah. You're a damn fool if you look at what everyone else is doing and do it too. Just ignore them. Think for yourself and make your own decisions. I guarantee if you're deciding Christ is the way, then you're a bot or you're a fucking liar. Jesus Christ. Even the way that sounds now is like totally fake. It's like, yeah, right. I didn't always know. I had intuition, right? I had like animal intuition, right? I had animal intuition, but they override it with monotony and mass social. Like this is where the tribe is. So yeah, even though in like some parts of me I always knew what was going on because it's just like it's an intuition. I ignored it for the BS. The BS was so pervasive. So yeah, that's enough yap for now. Why be happy if it's impossible? Why be happy if nobody fucking even cares, you know? So, anyway, I'm logging off.